Hey, welcome back everybody. This is EonShiKeno with another StarCraft 2 commentary. This is going to be a match from Zotac Cup number 141. We're on the map Entombed Valley. Let me introduce our players. On the top right hand side of the map in the blue, the beautiful blue, matches the minerals. It's going to be Empire Siu. I practiced saying this guy's name. I don't know exactly how to say this. Siu? W? Siu? I guess it's Siu? That's like doesn't even make much sense. I don't know. I'm just going to call this guy the blue Protoss player, I guess. Yeah, so he is a Russian player. And I haven't actually seen any of his games before. But let's see if he's any good. His opponent is going to be the formidable, the red Zerg player. It's going to be Acer's Nerchio. Now, this guy is has been all across the tournament scene, plays so many online tournaments for in the European scene as a StarCraft Zerg player. Pretty well known, of course, in the European scene. Only second Zerg, I would say, to Stefano, as far as foreigners go. Good player, and both players are scouting. Nerchio going straight cross map. I'm not sure if he thinks this is cross map only because he's sending his overlords up there too. Yeah, this is definitely. I'm guessing Nerchio thinks it's cross map, so that's why he did that. But it's not. So he's got to pull down, and now he's repositioning that overlord. Both players haven't yet found each other, but they will soon. The blue Protoss player is going to go for a Forged Fast Sand, so a pretty standard play here from him. And Nerchio is going to come in and check things out. He's going to get the block off. The hatch block is going to get blocked by the Protoss player in his own expansion. And no, Nerchio gets it down. He goes for a cancel. Throws down an evolution chamber. Yeah, that's going to take a while. That's going to take a while, blue Protoss player. That is quite annoying. So the cannon, that should be in range, I would guess. Hope it's in range. The second one will definitely be in range. So now this blue Protoss player is just going to be forced to put up sort of wall and, you know, maybe throw up some gas. Might go for, you know, there's a lot of options you can do here. Slowly kill this evolution chamber. It's going to take forever to kill that. You'll get your Nexus up way too late. You know, Nerchio is in such a strong position now. He can kill this pylon. He's got two Zerglings out, just enough to deal with this. And throw down a hatchery and be so far ahead of his opponent. You know, look how long it's going to take him to delay that. And Nerchio's already got his natural up. And this probe was, ooh, that was a sneaky probe there. If he, okay, he's not going to be able to cannon it. The Overlord saw it. The jig is up, Protoss player. So finally, the evolution chamber gets taken out. Photon cannon gets those kills, and the Nexus goes up. So the macro game has started. Nerchio going to go with a third hatch. Oh, I thought he was going to go with the third hatch there, but no, he's going to change his mind. No, he's going to go back. He changed it again. Nerchio, the change in your mind Zerg player. So both players are just going to be macroing up here for a little bit. You know, I saw a news story today. I like to look at the news. Specifically, you know, technology, sciencey stories. It's kind of the thing that I'm mostly interested in. And I saw a story today that some computer project called like GIM something. I don't know, whatever. But they solved the highest prime number. They found a new prime number. It's like 17 million digits long. It's insane. And it's a special prime number where it's 2 to the power of a prime number minus 1. And it's the highest prime number. That's insane. That's crazy. Just like, you know, that's pretty wild. So I don't know if you guys are into math at all. One of my channels I love watching on YouTube is called Numberphile, where they just look at numbers and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. It's pretty interesting if you're into stuff like that. But if not, I don't know. I just thought it was a pretty cool news story. Not every day that they solve a new prime number. And of course the next one's going to be even harder to get. Speaking of hard to get, these gateways in the back of the base, those are going to be hard to get. Unless he goes for some muta harass, but then, you know, I guess he's just trying to hide his tech. Of course, most Protoss players do that, spreading them out. You know, you have the option, you know, there's kind of two ways you can do it. You can either kind of do the all-in approach, quote-unquote, where you put all of your gateways in one spot, hoping that none of them get scouted. Or you can spread them out around your base that way. You know, you figure, okay, a couple of them are going to get scouted, and this poor Stalker is going to die to some Zerglings. And Nerchio's probably got a big banana grin on his face after that. He's like, thanks for the free Stalker kill. Now you've got, you know, what do you've got? No units. You got probes. 31 probes. Roach Warrior coming out here for Nerchio. So we may see some pressure turn on here in just a little bit. But yeah, so you have the two options with the gateways. If you're going to go mostly mass gateways, you try to hide them all in one spot. Kind of like on Daybreak in that top right corner or bottom left corner. You can kind of sneak them, hide them over there. Or you can kind of spread them out, assuming they're going to get scouted. And speaking of getting scouted, Nerchio is going to see the warp in. He sees the proxy pylon. He knows an attack is imminent. And this blue Protoss player is... I mean, where's he going to go with this? He's got 2 spy crawlers going up for Nerchio at this third base. Will he be able to take it out? He's going to go straight for the Queen. Queen's going down the first. There are any units coming out? 4 Zerglings. That's it. And these 4 Stalkers and 1 Zealot are going to be able to take out both these spy crawlers. Easily get that Queen. Just get a lot of damage here. The probe's going to show up. The Zerglings will not be able to take out that pylon. And this is just from bad to worse. Nerchio thought he was in such a great position. I did too, but, you know, those gateways are just there. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to just go with a lot of gateway units. What is Nerchio going to do about it? Nerchio's got nothing. Nerchio made a lot of workers. He's down to 39 to 36, and that's not even counting the 11 he already lost. So Nerchio really wasn't expecting this attack, and that pylon got way over here, got way too close. He didn't scout it out. Somehow this blue Protoss player snuck it in there, and now Nerchio's paying the price for not being prepared, not having the map is scouted out as much as it needed to be. And the attack continues. Let's look at the supply real quick. Uh-oh, the army supply is favoring, the army cost least is favoring the Protoss player. And here we go, the Roaches are going to be up there. He doesn't have any spy crawlers up, unfortunately. Force field goes down. Those Roaches cannot escape. No reinforcements will show up. Roaches are forced to fall back. There's not much they can do. They're going to have to deal with these Roaches in the front, or sorry, the Zealots in the front. There's so many Stalkers in the back. They're just killing all of those Roaches so quickly. Drones are being pulled, but they're not really getting a good surface area. Zergling's coming out. Now the Stalker's going to have to micro back, but a pylon is being warped in. A pylon also right there on the low ground. The reinforcements have arrived, but this spy crawler is up. The Roaches are mostly still alive here. More units going. You know, this blue Protoss player not giving up yet. He's going to just go completely for it. Spy crawler is going to go down. Oh no. Spy crawler goes down. The Roaches are the only thing left alive here. A lot of them are really low life. Roaches are coming down. The reinforcements have shown up, but the Sentry is going to be able to get a force field on that ramp. That'd be great. There we go. And he's even going to get 2 Overlord. 3 Overlord kills nonetheless. Oh, actually just going to get 2 there. And is Nerchio going to be able to hold this off? He's still in the game now. Gas is going to go up here for our Protoss player, and that's the signal that the attack is over. So let's check the damages. 41 markers for the Protoss player, 34 versus Nerchio. So, you know, Nerchio can't be happy with that. He doesn't even have speed yet for his Zerglings. Hasn't even started researching it yet. Wasn't really anticipating that attack. Let's check the units lost. Happy really came out ahead there. Yeah, definitely the Protoss player with just, you know, about 500 more or 600 more resources or 600 less resources lost. And what do we have coming out of the gates for our Protoss player? He's got the 1 attack upgrade, and he's just kind of poking around with these Stalkers. Maybe going to get that Overlord kill. There he went. He came back for it and took it out. He's going to get the Queen. No, he's just going to go straight for the drones, and he's just one-shotting these drones with those 5 Stalkers, and he's going to get out of there before the Roaches show up. Are the Roaches going to be able to block him off? He's going to sneak out. No, these Roaches are going to get the hug on him, and those Stalkers are going to lose 3 Stalkers. Not enough Nerchio. Thanks. At least he's gracious. He's appreciative of the gift given to him by the blue Protoss player. Can't say blue tonight because my nose is all stuffy. Comes out bleh, bleh. Overlord creeping it up there at the 3rd. I was like, what's making that awful noise? I was looking at this Overlord and I heard the bzz noise, and I was like, oh, it's just the Sentry. That's what it sounds like when someone's being tickled. So the hatchery is going to go up here for Nerchio. Nerchio feeling pretty confident with the snarky little comment with the thanks. Thanks for that, bud. That was cool. Unfortunately, our Protoss player is supply blocked pretty heavily, 76, and now he's going to throw up 2 pylons. And yeah, he's got 2 robos up, but none of them are producing anything. That's too bad. Do we have a robotics? No, we don't yet. So is this just going to be a lot of Immortals? Is this just going to be a really big second attack here from our Protoss player? A lot of photon cannons. This guy does not want to lose to a counterattack. The Overseer is not going to be able to get in there. He did see that robotics facility, but... And now Nerchio is going to go in here, grab a couple snipes, and he's not going to be able to get the pylon. He's going to lose 3 Roaches for it, though. And, you know, he's going to slowly take the space back. Really not much of a reason for Nerchio to come in here to kill this. I mean, he kills the pylon, and that's about it, but that really didn't work out in his favor, unfortunately. Maybe his cockiness is a little bit taking advantage of himself there. I mean, he had vision. He had the Overlord up there, so I mean, he knew what was up there. He figured it was an easy target, but nope. The sentries were in position, and SIW managed to grab 3 free roaches there. More units coming out. More Zealots, more Immortals. Look, this double Immortal production, and I don't think we're going to see a Nexus coming out from our blue player anytime soon. He's making a Warp Prism, and this is like a... Oh, he's going for a wall in. Yeah, this is totally... He's going to have to carry that Immortal out that's coming out of here with this Warp Prism. And the second attack is going to commence. Now, the question is, will Nerchio be ready for it? What does he got? What are his defenses? Infestors, great defensive unit. Making a lot of Spine Crawlers. The Zergling still... Okay, speed is done. 15-minute mark. Nerchio now. Nerchio's going to go back in there. He had a grudge against that pylon. He's going to be able to come into the right. There's so many Photon Cannons, though. He's going to have to kill that pylon very quickly and get into that main. Stop the pylons from powering up the Warp Prisms. One Warp Gate is down, and now he's in there. No reinforcements he's seen. It looks like we're... Oh, wow, nice fungal. If he could get the sentries... No! He gets high ground vision with a Warp Prism and takes that. Oh, like 4... Oh, the other one! He's going to get the sentry. He does manage to get a couple of sentries, but not worth it at all. Oh, my God. I think he lost 4 Infestors there. Roach at the top dealing some damage to this... but there's so many forces here. The force fields are okay, but... I mean, there's so many Immortals. Look at all those Immortals. 5 Immortals are just crushing through there. There's Infestors and Roaches. He's going to be forced to pull the drones. Here we go. Those fungals are landing on everything, but it's just shields gone. The Zealots are now charging forward. Infestors just walking into their doom. And now the Warp Prism shows up. Now he's going to he's pulling everything. He's pulling everything but the kitchen sink here, Nerchio. Those loses the force field, goes in there by SIW, and the Spine Crawlers are quickly trying to burrow on the ground to deal with this oncoming attack from SIW. It seems like everything here is being launched into this fight at the base. Back in here, we have Roaches versus Stalkers, and the Roaches look like they're going to manage to maybe win that fight, but there's just so many forces here from SI, and I mean, whoops, wrong button. And this is not looking good for Nerchio. He's down in supply. He's got Immortals knocking at his front door. Parting would have a big smile on his face right now. Nerchio can't be happy. He doesn't have much of anything. Production tab is nothing for either player. Back here, there's only 2 Roaches left. Those will get cleaned up, and Nerchio's got... He's got nothing, man. He's got Overlords, Roaches, and a couple of drones sprinkled around. Maybe 2 Queens. Reinforcements are still arriving here for our blue Protoss player. And there's the game. It's over, man. The underdog SIW takes it with 2 unconventional attacks. You know, whenever you do something crazy like what Nerchio did, you just kind of throw a kink in your opponent's build. You know, sometimes players can't adapt very well, and they just kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do. But I think the Protoss player here did very well. I mean, that attack, those gateways, he just hit so fast. Nerchio wasn't ready for it, took a lot of damage, lost his 3rd. That was great. And then he's like, you know what? My 3rd has been delayed so much because of that Overlord there, because of the Roaches. I'm just going to make another Robo, make a lot of Immortals twice at a time, push out another big attack, boom, wiped him out. Nerchio wasn't ready for it. So, you know, usually what I think the way, like, favorites, at least, you know, Nerchio favorite in this position, that you really shouldn't, you should play more standard against situations like that. If you're so confident against your opponent, why try to throw some gimmick at him like, you know, oh, I'm going to, you know, block his expansion with the evolution chamber. Why not just play straight up and beat him straight up? I don't know, maybe it gets boring, whatever. Maybe he thought he could do the tricks and still win, but, you know, SIW proved that, you know, tricks or not, he's not going to get fooled. Nerchio's not going to pull a David Blaine on him. And that's going to be the game, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Is it Immortal Sentry all-in? Sort of, but a little bit different than normal. So, once again, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, youtube.com/EonShiKeno, and follow me on Twitter. Peace.